part of that shootout at Danzig Street in early July. Now today they've announced more charges against Zagazza. He's been charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder, attempted murder, and 23 counts of aggravated assault. Sorry, 22 I believe, and that's 1 for each person who was shot at the Danzig Street barbecue. Now joining me now is Staff Superintendent Greg McLean. Now, as our anchor Nathan Downer mentioned, this investigation is far from over. There are 2 persons of interest that police would like the public's help to gather more information on.
That's correct. As you know, we released a composite at the last press conference on November 8th. And it was at that time that we asked for the public's assistance in identifying these individuals depicted in these composites. As I said earlier, we've identified the person of interest number 1 on the composite on the left-hand side. However, the other individual in composite number 2, we have a street name on him of Juvie, J-U-V-I. However, we need information from the public as to what his first and last name is, and maybe a little bit more information about who he is and where he can be located.
So what do police believe the involvement of these 2 people was at the Danzig Street barbecue?
Well, that's kind of up in the air right now. We're in a position where we have to speak to these individuals to determine what their role, if anything, at the barbecue. We're not quite sure at this point in time. All we know is they were there, and we're not sure if they were involved or they were witnesses. So in order to establish that, we need to identify them, speak to them, and then we'll draw our conclusions from that.
Now, it's been 4 months now since that night. How forthcoming have witnesses been? I know at first there were a lot of people in the community that were reluctant to speak. They feared for their safety. How about now, 4 months later?
Well, we have had assistance from the public in many ways. It is definitely a challenge and continues to be a challenge. But we're hopeful that the successes of our investigations and our constant requesting of them to come forward is going to work. We're hoping that the investigative success will breed some confidence in them, in us, as an investigative body to help them, to keep them safe, to establish a higher level of trust.
Okay, thanks so much. Nathan, again, the message here today, more charges have been laid, but overall, this investigation is far from over. Back to you.